Hello there, this is Two Legs Better in Badminton Academy for Badminton Nerds, and this is my Thai 10 and a shuttlecock. Well, the 2025 New England All England tournament just completed. That's besides the World Championship, that's the most prestigious with the longest history, the best tournament in the world, and all players dream to win one. And I was attending, well, not playing, just watching there a few years ago. So it's a great atmosphere, and it's a great tournament. And this year showcased a lot of new excitement among the new players and the kind of rejuvenated more senior players, I suppose. Anyway, so I made a few episodes on other disciplines, but I haven't touched the men's single yet. And I want to, in this episode, I'm going to talk about the men's single. I talk about the game, and so let's get into it. So the final is between Shi Yuqi, who is the number one right now, and he's from China, and he's been on the stage for a few years, not a decade quite, but almost there, and he has very great accomplishments so far. And if you look at him, he's like a perfectly built for badminton. He's tall, he's rangy, he's fast, he's powerful, he's everything you look for in a singles player. And opposing him is Li Jiahao from Taiwan, and he's 25 years old. He's not exactly young, but I don't think he has accomplished a lot. I think his highest ranking was 21 in the world, and in the past it might be because of injury or something, so I don't really know. And so this is the final game. But when I look at the final game, I also watched the semifinal when he beat Alex Lenier. That was a good game for him, and this is the final game. I'm going to talk about the final game, but before we get to the final game, I want to talk about the semi-final game between Shi Yuqi and Li Feng. That's between two Chinese players. The top two, I would say the top two men's singles in China right now. They are similarly built, and they play in very similar style. Now, I want to ask you a question. What do you think is the difference between these two and Lin Dan and Li Chongwei? I think in one of my episodes I talk about how I rank players. I said if you if you play on your capability, your physical attributes, you're very good, but you're not elite. Elite ones do it in a different way. And if you want to look at playing on your capability, this is the match to watch. In this match, both players, they are super fast. They just they're doing great. But that's not the game between Li Chongwei and Lin Dan. If you doubt me, you can go back to check that. But all that being said, let's see. What do we have here? Ooh. Okay. So now, let's take a look at the game and see what I mean by that, okay? Okay, the last rally, I don't know if you see that. You don't see a lot of, I don't know, the kind of the chess match between like Lin Dan and Li Chongwei. Lin Dan and Li Chongwei, they show the intensity, they show the propensity to do something, and then they change directions. And in this one, it's much more straightforward. what you see is they get to the shadow fast, and then they hit the shadow, and when the chance comes, just smash it and you get it done. So who wins the rallies? The faster one. Okay, so let's see. You see those things? You see that it's I'm actually not sure you can see that, so that's why I'm hesitating. I'm trying to think what we can get to. Let's look at the last one. Okay, that's the previous one. Okay, now so when Shi Yuqi received the serve, you can see that Li Shifeng right here, he moved to his right after the serve. So Shi Yuqi put it to the other side of the court to return it a drop in front of the net. I don't want to. I don't know. I mean, it's typical stuff. It's basically you receive the shadow and you see where your opponent is going and you put it in a different direction. Okay, it's not really a trick. It's not a fake. It's a at this level, it's a typical strategy, and you can see where Li Shifeng is, right? He already moves to the other side of the court, so that's a huge gap, and there's no risk. That's a good strategy to put it there. And then, of course, there's no problem for Li Shifeng, and by the way, look at the foot. Look at the foot. It's perfect. The front foot, the backhand. The only problem I have with this is see how low the racket is, Li Shifeng's racket. When you receive the shadow at so low, you don't have a lot of choices. Even if you drop it back in front of the net, it's going to take a while to travel there. So it's not that difficult. Maybe it's not easy to bounce back, but it's not that difficult. So you don't have a lot of choices. Your main choice is just to hit it high, to hit it to the back court. And of course, you can see that Li Shifeng, Shi Yuqi is ready to do that, to pounce if Li Shifeng chose to return it. So Li Shifeng just put it back. It's all straightforward stuff. That's what I mean here. And this is Shi Yuqi's footwork. So he just get there and then get the shadow. Again, I think he can get to the shadow a little bit earlier, to hit the shadow a little bit higher. You can see the kind of see where the racket is. It's so he did it across, and then Li Shifeng just jump high, but not quick enough. So he just kind of a flick of the wrist and the finger to put it back in front of the net, which is a big gap. So that's again like a typical stuff. And then Shi Yuqi goes in, and notice how Li Shifeng just stays there. You know, after he made the shot, he just stayed there, which is good. I probably would advise to go back one step and then hold it there. But I think this is the way they play. I talked about that before. I think if you see that, if that's Akane Yamaguchi, she couldn't do that, because if she does that, there's too big a gap. She couldn't recover, so she has to go back. But for these players, they are like 180 centimeters tall with long arms, so they can get to any part of the court from any part of the court, so they don't need to. And that's what I mean by it's enough, but it's not efficient. It's not the most efficient way to play, but it's enough. So in this, if you play like this, you play on your capabilities. It's going to be exhausting. It depends on who has a better stamina. And in this game, both players have great stamina, so they fight until the last second, basically, the last point. So that's kind of how the game goes. But then Shi Yuqi just goes back. Like I said, there's no problem for him at all. He just goes back, and then he see his opponent still at the back, so he just drop it in front. Nothing fancy. It's not even a cross court or anything. Because if you see that, Li Shifeng is right here, so the cross court would be the biggest distance. But if you do cross court, you need to go there early, and you need to take the shadow early, and Shi Yuqi didn't really do that. So just play safe. There's nothing wrong with playing safe. It's only that it's not the most efficient way, but it is the safest way. So you're going to do it, you just put it back, and it's high quality shots, and you're not going to win, but you're not going to lose, And of course, the same thing here, Shi Yuqi just stay there, and then just Li Shifeng lifted it really, really high, and the footwork is great. So you see the lift was great. You see where the Shi Yuqi's foot landed. He moved back there and jumped high to make the shot and still landed there. But look at the body. Look at the center of gravity. After you hit the shadow, you always want your body to go forward. Almost always, especially when you're at the back of the court. So you move forward, and let's see. And it actually wins the shot. Why did he win the shot? Because Li Shifeng wasn't really ready. He was on this side of the road. When he was on this side of the road, he lifted the shadow this side of the court. When he lifted the shadow really high, and Shi Yuqi get back on time, and now Li Shifeng realized, okay, I need to defend the straight. So that's when he started to move to the left side. When he starts to move the left side, the right side is totally empty. It's a big gap. So when Shi Yuqi chose to smash there, he just won. It's like I said, there's nothing special here. It's just playing. It's straightforward stuff. You see those are straightforward stuff. You could say that, okay, his wrist did move, he changed directions and stuff like that. Not enough, because the way you do trick shots in badminton is you move your opponent first before you change. If you pretend to put it in front of the net, you need to really reach the shadow at a very high point, and then your opponent has to react. So they have to go to the court, and when go to the front of the court. When they start moving, then you flick it to the back. That's how you do trick shots. In this case, it's not trick shots. It's just I don't know what to call it. It's just that you change to a different one, and your opponent is not fooled at all. He's like, okay, I covered everything. I know you're not going to put it here. If you put it here, I can deal with that. But I know you're not, so it goes to the other side. And he just go there and smash it across, and Li Shifeng didn't move either. Just to put it back, and then a mistake, and then there's a point. Look at that. It's almost like a practice. It literally is. It's almost like practice. We can still look at that. So let's see. Okay. So it's a lift to the backhand, and then let's see. Okay. So Shi Yuqi decided to Shi Yuqi did overhead on the backhand. I like that. I love that actually. And he didn't really force anything. He just smashed it right into Li Shifeng's body. It's not a hard smash at all. Yeah, I mean, that's also the thing. If Li Shifeng tried to play the shadow in front of him at a higher point, I think this gives Li Shifeng a good advantage there. But apparently he wasn't ready there. Let's take another look. Yeah, this is the time, one of the time that Li Shifeng get it earlier and then hold the racket and then flick it. So That's one of the times. Okay, this is the one. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Look at Li Shifeng here. So Li Shifeng is trying to get ready to defend, but look at the racket. The racket is facing straight to the floor. I'm not sure that's the best way. If the racket is up already, then he can easily move forward to intercept the shuttle at an earlier stage. But again, I'm nitpicking here. These are two of the best players in the world, so clearly I don't know what I'm talking about, right? I mean, but I'm just saying, if he could do that, or anybody when you play, if you do that, you put yourself in a better position. So let's see the smash. The smash is not even hard. See that? See that? And Li Shifeng move backward and then forward and then swing the racket to hit it. That's another thing I see a lot of people do. When they defend, they tend to move backward. It's going to slow yourself down, take too much time, and take away your power. So anyway, it's So he just flick it and over the net. Is a great shot. It's right over the net, but it's not threatening to Shi Yuqi at all. Shi Yuqi just go forward and then just put it back. It's like practice. And now look at this one. Look at this one. See how high the racket head is. When you reach the shuttle at such a high point, you can do a lot of things. Now your opponent can do nothing about it. And he chose to drive it to the backhand. It's okay. I mean, to these people, it's just it's practice. It's literally practice. So and Shi Yuqi just use the backhand to drive it over him, and Li Shifeng just moves back and just slightly push it in front of the net, and Shi Yuqi wasn't in a hurry at all, so he just goes forward and then drop it there, and look at the footwork. Look at the footwork of Li Shifeng. Look at the foot. Look at the feet. The front feet, the front foot. The tip of the foot split out outside wider, and then but the only thing still is how low he hits the shuttle. When you hit the shuttle that low, you don't have a lot of choices, so you have to lift it high. Okay, and then he starts to move backward to defend. He probably thought it's going to be a drive, a clear or something, but Shi Yuqi decided to drop it across court. Look at Shi Yuqi's body. The center of gravity is going forward, right? But this is one thing I don't like is, see, he stays here. Move forward one step. One step can put yourself in a much better position, because you can't expect you win this point. Well, he did win, but I would say not because he was ready. It's because, I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. I say a lot of things like here. I don't want to say it out loud. So if you see the same thing, you understand what I'm trying to say. You see? You won. So that's the point I'm trying to make here. They are playing on their capability. So everything they does it. It's almost like they do everything by the book. Okay, that's good. That's good. So if I'm faster, I'm stronger, I'm going to win, right? And you go back to the games between Lin Dan and Li Chongwei. It's much more than that. But anyway, So now let's get to the final. What I'm curious here about the final is, I know Shi Yuqi is good. By the way, you can see that I like Lin Dan, Li Chongwei's playing style a little bit better than like Shi Yuqi or Li Shifeng, right? You might say, oh yeah, so why? How come? Who's better then? Do you think Lin Dan can beat Shi Yuqi? Well, if both of them at the same age, there's no doubt in my mind. But Shi Yuqi did beat Lin Dan in All England semi-final one year, I believe, and it was a good game. I don't know. I'm Chinese, so I have sometimes I think of these thoughts. May not be good thought. I don't know. I think in a way, Lin Dan is basically kind of like I have a 5 All England champions, and this is a young player's chance. But of course, Shi Yuqi played a great game in that game. You don't just beat Lin Dan, you have to beat him. And he's faster. He gets to the shuttle early, so Shi Yuqi can do that. It's just not on a consistent basis. He has the capability, he has the stamina, the speed, the power, and everything. I just don't see him do it on a regular basis. The racket is always facing down to the floor, and you hit the shuttle before it hits the floor. It's kind of exhausting to me. But anyway, let's look at the final between these two, and you'll see more of that from Li Jiahao actually. You see how low it is. Did you see that? Did you see what I see? Shi Yuqi goes forward. He has the chance to hit the shuttle at the early stage. He lowered the racket and then hit it. When you do that, there's only one thing you can do. So everybody knows you're going to lift it high, and so Li Jiahao jumped high to hit it.
Service over.
And wins it. Surprise, surprise, right? These players, the best of everybody is to hit a smash. I think smash is the first thing they learn, the first thing they perfect. It's like if they knew you're gonna lift, they are gonna jump high. If they smash, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be to the line, very straight downward, good angle, and fast. It's gonna be difficult to defend. So that's why you gotta have some disguise.
Be possible against Shi
Okay, so next rally.
Yuqi, but he's living with the world #1, isn't he?
Yep.
He's not been overruled or outclassed in any shape or form.
Deception again.
Speed of Shi Yuqi.
Okay, this is also interesting rally. Okay, this is the return of the serve. I like this one because of how high. You can see how high the racket head is, right? So that's how you receive the shuttle. So it's serving, and pay attention to how Li Jiahao is moving forward, but he's not ready though. It's his foot are not totally set. Anyway.
Living with the world.
I see what happened. He was preparing for the backdrop, and Shi Yuqi saw that. Shi Yuqi saw that Li Jiahao was not fully committed to the front of the net and trying to go back, so that's why Shi Yuqi put it in front of the net. It's not it's a safer shot. Just put it right in front of the net, because to Shi Yuqi there's no rush. Okay, he won the first game and he knew what he got himself into, and he knows that he just needs to play stable, and then he's gonna win. I think that's kind of his mindset. So, and then Li Jiahao goes forward to
world #1, isn't he?
and put it right back, and because he saw Shi Yuqi move back as well. And look at the feet. Look at the feet. Okay, so it's a high lift over to the backhand side of Li Jiahao. So this is Li Jiahao's move.
Yep.
See that? Oh man, why did he do that little thing? That slowed him down. That literally slowed him down. The first little step. Let's see if we can see that again.
Be possible against Shi Yuqi, but he's
So
living
put it
with
back.
the world
Put it
#1,
back.
isn't he?
And See that? You see that little hop? You see that little extra step? That extra step. Okay, I know. A lot of you probably will not be happy. You're gonna say, "Oh, what do you mean?" Check 施雨琪 same movement, same place. How did he do that? The first step, although your right foot is in front, your right foot front, your left foot behind, right? So your right foot push and then turn your body, immediately put the right foot behind your left foot. So your whole body is already turned that way. Then you move backward. That's the most effective way, the most efficient and faster way. So Li Jiahao in that case, he wasn't completely committed actually. He put the step on the side first and then push it one more time and then move back. And that actually wasted a little bit of time. But it's a very high shadow, so that doesn't really matter that much. And he can still hit a good shadow. And okay. And Shi Qi went back and did that. Yeah. And Li Jiahao just wait there and then just put it back right in front of Shi Qi. I don't know. I mean, maybe he was getting ready for a big smash. I actually don't know why he did that. I don't know if you can see what I see here. You probably think I question myself at times as well. He could easily go forward a little bit and hit the shadow a little bit early, then give him more choices. He can go cross, he can drive it to the back of the court, and he can drop it in front of the net. Instead, he just kind of waited there and then put it back. Yeah. Okay, this is good. This is good because he saw that Shi Qi was moving backward, so he put it in the left front side of Shi Qi. So Shi Qi went there and lifted high. And that was this was some good movement by Li Jiahao. So he moved back behind the shadow and then hit the shadow kind of in front of him. So that was a good quality cross drop there. And Shi Qi got it back, but you can see that Shi Qi is a little bit out of position here. His body is a little bit out.
Shape or form.
And then he just turned back, and then Li Jiahao put it to the back of him. And see this. Tell me you don't see what I see. Okay? So first, you outmaneuver Shi Qi. And so he was going backwards and hit the shadow. It's super high. It's extremely high. And what do you do now? What do you do if you're Li Jiahao? You're 25 years old. You can run on the court. See what he did. You see that? He goes to the front and wait for the shadow. The racket is like shoulder high and maybe even lower than that. And then waiting for the shadow to drop. I understand you can do that. You can. I mean, there's nothing wrong doing that. But think about the alternative. If your racket head is facing up at your head level and you go there, you raise it, you pretend to rush to kill it. Let's say just you try to do that. What's that going to do to your opponent? You're gonna fix them there. And then when you get there, you can get there early because when your racket is going high and upward, it usually makes you go faster. So when you go there, you can cross. You can do cross, you can even smash, you can push, straight. You have so many options. Now instead, you kind of holding the water, you just going there to there. There's only one option there. There's only one position you're gonna hit the shadow, and But in this case, it's Shi Qi didn't really move either. Let's look at it.
Deception again.
Okay, let's see that. See? So Shi Qi moved a little bit, but didn't move much. And then he saw that, okay, so Li Jiahao is going to put it back in front of the net. What do? I need to go forward. So he started to move forward, and Li Jiahao flip it over his head. Is it Li Jiahao's doing? No, I don't think so. I don't think it's Li Jiahao baited him to go forward. It's because that's a typical thing to do. I'm waiting here. I'm going to drop here. That's a safe shot, and I'm going to do it. And you have to react. So, and Shi Yuqi react and go forward, and then Li Jiahao move it back. And of course, Shi Yuqi is very technically sound, so he went back and did the backhand. And Li Jiahao didn't even, I don't know, I think you put your opponent in a bad position. He's going back completely backward. He couldn't see you. He's going to play a backhand. It's time to take a chance, right? This is a championship game. It's time to take a chance. Go half a step forward. What can he do? You know, he could drop it in the front or cross to the other side, or high lift. The high lift is not threatening at all. And if he happened to drop in front of the corner, then you can kill it. You literally can kill it. You're going to be in the position. But by staying in where you are, you lose the opportunity. Of course, it's a great return, but still, you lost the opportunity there.
Deception again.
So, and he put it there, and you can see how it's, you see where Shi Yuqi get the shadow. It's in the middle of the court, and so it's not a very, it's a long drop. So, and Shi Yuqi just get out of the difficult situation by lifting it really, really high to the opposite side, and then it's Li Jiahao's turn to go backwards and use the backhand. You know what my opinion on backhand? I don't really like it. So, but anyway, because you don't know what you're facing when you do your backhand, so he just drive it back to the mid-court and look where Shi Yuqi is. He didn't really need to move much to return that.
Speed.
And so he just lifted it high to the same place again, and it was outside.
Shi Yuqi.
It's just so you tell me, I mean, I know one of them won, but I'm not sure it's won. It's one of them lost, right? It's Shi Yuqi put it outside.
That's why.
And he wasn't happy about himself either, Let's see another one.
Speed of movement and his attack would be even more. Oh, that's a big move.
This is also interesting. Let's see if you can get my point here. Okay.
Shi Yuqi. That's why.
Okay. So Li Jiahao serve, Shi Yuqi used backhand to receive, and he fake flick first and then flick it again. You see how fast it is. It doesn't move Li Jiahao at all. It's not really a fake. It's not a disguise. It's just it's nothing. It's just Li Jiahao didn't even move. He knew it's not real because you didn't do it. If you really want to do fake, you do it higher. You do it higher, and that means you can, because you can just drop it, or you can flip it higher, and then your opponent had to react. And if you do it like shoulder high or even lower, your opponent doesn't care, because there's not much you can do. I mean, see that?
Speed.
See? He pretend to flick it and then put it right in front of the net, and then Li Jiahao just got it. And see how low it is. See how low his body is.
Of movement and his attack.
So, and Shi Yuqi saw that and smashed it. And Shi Yuqi didn't really go for the huge smash to the big part. He just smashed it right into Li Jiahao's body. I'm not exactly sure why, but I think it maybe just it wasn't necessary, I guess. And then the return was high, and he missed that.
Even more? Oh, that's a big move.
There's another reason for this is both players are tired because this is the final game of the whole tournament. They have been playing for the whole week, and the semi-final was very, very intense for Shi Yuqi. So, and it was intense for Li Jiahao as well. So, I guess that could be the reason. This is when you are tired. Any players will know when you are tired, you go back to your old habit. Usually not good habit, because your body is like, oh, you're in a bad habit. This is why you want to maintain a good habit. You maintain good habit to conserve energy, but also when you are in a tired state, you can still do the things that you normally do because you have the habit to raise your racket, to make it face up and everything, right? So, but anyway, so if you play badminton yourself, and I would highly encourage you to watch the semi-final game between Shi Yuqi and Li Shifeng. That was a very good game. And this final is kind of one-sided, but it's still a good game. You can see that as well. So anyway, so that will be it for this episode. And thanks for staying with me. And please subscribe and come back. This is 2 Legs Better in Badminton Academy. And you'll have a great day.